Good morning, my dear student. Welcome to the online class of Shriram Public School. This is Preeti Mukherjee. Today we are going to discuss the last part of this chapter, chapter 14, and the name of this chapter is Coming of the British and the Revolt of 1857. In last class, we have discussed that why this revolt started and what was the main reason. The main reason was the Enfield rifle. We know that this Enfield rifle cartridge made by the fat of the cow and pig. And these is the sentiment issues of the Hindus and Muslims. That's why they refused to use this rifle and revolt started. But it was the main reason. There are other kind of reason also. Means we know that some policies and which made by the British, and we know that how Indian exploited by the British also. So many reasons are there, but it was the main reason. And revolt started. What happened next? We are going to discuss all these things in this video. Let's start. 1857 revolt. This revolt, the revolt of 1857, which began at Mirat. It started from the Mirat, okay, but soon spread to the northern and the central part of the India. So it is began from Mirat. It's began at Mirat, but soon it spread to the north and the central India. Next point is it was joined by farmers, craftspersons, and the other sections of the Indian society. We know this revolt started by the Indian soldier. That's why this revolt is also known as the Sepoy Mutiny. We know that, but very soon it was joined by the farmers, also craftspersons also, and the other section of the Indian society also. Next, Indian soldier overthrew their superior uh, and marched to the Delhi. Sorry, here should be a M. I made a mistake. That marched. यहाँ पर एक M होगा. M. M. Okay, and marched to the Delhi to crown Bahadur Shah Zafar. Now the question is, who was the Bahadur Shah Zafar? Bahadur Shah Zafar was the last emperor of the Mughal Empire. We know that who was the founder of the Mughal Empire? Babur. Babur was the founder of the Mughal Empire. And who was the last powerful ruler of the Mughal Empire? That was Aurangzeb. And who was only the last ruler of the Mughal Empire? That is Bahadur Shah Zafar. So Indian soldiers overthrew their superiors and marched to the Delhi to crown the Bahadur Shah Zafar. वो लोगों ने बोला कि हम लोगों का एक ही राजा है, उसका नाम है बहादुर शाह जफर. That's why they marched to the Delhi and crowned to the Bahadur Shah Zafar. They did not obey their superior, means they overthrew their superiors. And then what happened? Some Indian rulers such as Rani Lakshmibai, Tatia Topi, and Kunwar Singh joined the revolt. What happened next? So, what was the result of this revolt? The revolt continued for the 2 years before it was crushed by the British. The mutiny failed. इतना बड़ा युद्ध हुआ था, but the mutiny failed. Some reasons are there. Why the mutiny failed? Some reasons are there. There are number one, it lacked power leadership. There are no powerful leadership. This revolt cannot find in any proper leadership. It was the one reason of this failure. Number two, planning. कोई planning नहीं था. There was no proper planning. Number three, the British had better trained soldier than the Indian soldier. The British means trained soldier means who knows how to fight very well. But British had that better soldier than the Indian soldier. And the superior weapon. Superior weapon means युद्ध करने के लिए अच्छा सा जो weapons चाहिए वो इंडियन के पास नहीं था. But British had the superior weapons also. And the next point is some Indian ruler. This was a very common point that some Indian rulers helped the British. Some Indian rulers helped the British. Next, Bahadur Shah Zafar was arrested and exiled to the Burma. Means Bahadur Shah Zafar, who was the last ruler of the Mughal Empire, and that emperor was arrested and he sent to the Burma. Burma, where is Burma? Burma means now it is Myanmar. So he sent to the Burma and his two sons was killed. This was a result of the 1857. The Scipio mutiny failed. Why? Because of some reason. Number one was lack of proper leadership, lack of proper planning, and the British had the better soldier, better trained soldier, better weapons also. And some Indian rulers, this is the very common point that some Indian rulers helped the British. And the Bahadur Shah Zafar was arrested and sent him to the Burma. Now it is Myanmar. And his two sons was killed. So pathetic. इतना बड़ा युद्ध हुआ था. It was a very big revolt, and it was a fast revolt against to the British, but failed. And what was the impact of this revolt? The first point is this is very important. The first point is very important. You have to remember it. The rule of the East India Company ended. तो ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी का शासन समाप्त हो गया after this revolt, and India came under the control of the British Crown. The India came under the direct control of the British Crown. मतलब ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी का शासन समाप्त हो गया एंड इंडिया ब्रिटिश का डायरेक्ट कंट्रोल में आ गया. It is a very important point. Then Indians realized that if the whole India had been united, the British would have never be succeeded. If the whole India had been united, the British would never be succeeded. Indians realized it. So these are the important impact of the 1857. It was a very important revolt. After this is the revolt. I mean, this was the first revolt against the British. So this revolt is also known as the national revolt also. Okay, leave it. But this revolt is so important. I already discussed it that why this revolt happened, what was the main reason, what was the result of this revolt, and what was the impact of this revolt. And this is the picture of the Bahadur Shah Zafar. Who was the Bahadur Shah Zafar? Bahadur Shah Zafar was the last emperor of the Mughal Empire, last ruler of the Mughal Empire. Okay, no more today. I hope all of you can understand. If you have any doubt, then feel free to ask me. You can call me or message me also. So, bye.